Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the New York City Council vote on the Committee on Women and Gender Equity. At this time, please silence all electronics and do not approach the dais. Chair, you may begin.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Farah Lewis. I'm the chair of the Committee on Women and Gender Equity. First, I would like to acknowledge my colleagues who are present, Council Members Gutierrez, Caban, and Riley. Today, the committee will vote on two pieces of legislation, Intro 867A, sponsored by Majority Leader Farias, amending the administrative code of the City of New York, which will prohibit the sale of menstrual and intimate care products that contain unsafe ingredients, and Intro 1258-A, sponsored by Councilmember Hudson, amending the administrative code of the City of New York in relation to the correction of sex designations on death records. On this day, I am proud to support and amplify Intro 867-A, and I applaud Majority Leader Farias for her bold leadership in advancing this groundbreaking legislation. As a city, we have an unwavering responsibility to ensure that products essential to women's health and dignity are safe, transparent, and completely free from harmful toxins. This transformative legislation is a critical step toward protecting public health, advancing true gender equity, and safeguarding the well-being of all New Yorkers. Is she here? Oh, now I'd like to invite the bill sponsor, Majority Leader Farias, to give remarks.
Thank you, Chair Lewis. Colleagues, advocates, and members of the public, I want to extend my sincere gratitude to everyone who joined us at our rally and City Hall steps at the last stated to support Intro 867A. Your commitment to safeguarding and the health of New Yorkers has been the driving force behind this piece of legislation. I also want to acknowledge the elected officials, health professionals, and community leaders who lent their expertise and their voices to this effort, as well as the residents who have shared their personal stories and called for change. Your advocacy has made it clear that safety should never be optional, and it should never be determined by income or zip code. Today's vote reaffirms that New York City is ready to lead, to protect consumers, to set an example for the nation, and to ensure that the products we put in or on our bodies do not cause us serious ailments like cancer, which could lead to death. Intro 867 brings an end to more than 50 years of systemic neglect towards over half of New York City's 8.8 million residents. Since the 1970s, research has revealed that many manufacturers and regulators choose to ignore menstrual and intimate care products, often leading to containing lead, mercury, PFAs, parabens, and more. Today, we have the overwhelming support to ban intentionally added toxic chemicals in these products. The city's Department of Health is also able to expand the list of restricted substances as science, research, and technology advances through its authority as a city agency that governs and regulates the health of New York City residents. The bottom line is clear. If a harmful, restricted substance appears on the label, that product cannot be sold here. In adopting this legislation, we set a new benchmark for gender equity in public health and consumer safety. We confront the long-ignored reality that menstruating people, who will use roughly 11,000 tampons in a lifetime as an example, have faced repeated, involuntary exposure to toxic chemicals and substances linked to cancer, infertility, and irreversible hormonal disruption. Today, the City Council can declare with certainty that such conditions will not continue in New York City. Today, we can declare that thousands of New Yorkers' lives will not be cut short by cancer or any other debilitating ailments, often ending in excruciating death or a long period of agonizing suffering, for doing nothing more than taking care of their bodily functions with products they believe to be safe. The provisions outlined by Intro 867 will take effect in two distinct phases. 1 year after enactment, the ban on intentionally added restricted substances takes effect, forcing manufacturers to reformulate and remove toxic products from circulation or simply not sell their harmful products in New York City. 2 years after the New York State Department of Health sets safety thresholds, the New York City Department of Health will adopt those thresholds within 90 days, January 1st the latest. Any product exceeding these limits will be barred from sale. The New York City Department of Health and Consumer and Worker Protection will work together to enforce this law, and DOH testing the products for restricted substances above the thresholds set by the state. From there on, all violations shall carry a civil penalty of up to $250 per product per point of sale. I'd like to thank my 34 co-sponsors of this legislation: Deputy Director Smita, Assistant Deputy Director Sahar, Legislative Counsel Julia, and the administration for working with me our state partners, my Senator Natalia Fernandez and Assemblymember Rosenthal, and my legislative associate Daniel Curtin for all their help in getting this over the finish line. Thank you so much for giving me a moment to speak on the bill, and thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Finally, I would like to thank my own staff, Daniel Heredia, Shubra Mishra, and the members of the Women and Gender Equity Committee staff, Senior Committee Counsel Julia Goldschmidt Pinkham, and Legislative Policy Analyst Katie Selena, who worked to prepare for this hearing today. Clerk, we are ready to vote.
Good morning, William Martin, Committee Clerk. Roll call vote, Committee on Women and Gender Equity. On proposed introductions 867A and proposed introduction 1258A. Both items are coupled. Chair Lewis.
Aye on all. Congratulations.
Riley.
Aye.
Caban.
Aye.
Gutierrez.
Aye, congrats.
Vernikov. With a vote of 4 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, both items have been adopted by the committee.
This hearing's closed.